Hey YouTube, it's the Geeky Brew. This is your host Eric Castillo, and have a good Tuesday so far. Thank you for joining me once again, and of course we got tons of news today, tons to talk about, tons of stuff we won't talk about. It's out there, but tons of fun stuff to talk about for sure. Of course, if you haven't gotten a chance to go visit GeekyCastillo.com, we got the latest honest game trailers from Smosh, dealing with the Lego Marvel games, and then some. Tons of fun. Go check that out. Of course, we got a couple of news stories from movies, one from video games again, and something directly from YouTube. Tons and tons of stuff coming from YouTube. It's going to be interesting. Anyways, let's get started with the news. Actor Chris Evans, better known as Captain America, was talking about his upcoming schedule post-release of Age of Ultron. Talking about how he will be filming Captain America Civil War, and then that will come to a close in August. And then taking a prolonged break because it's been announced by him, basically, that in the fall/winter of 2016, the Avengers Infinity War, parts 1 and 2, will be filming back-to-back for 9 months after that. So it seems Marvel will be delivering the movies pretty close to release, so we won't have to wait very long. Now, we still haven't heard of when Spider-Man will make his appearance before for Civil War, because that's really when he needs to show up. But Infinity War, boy, that's going to be. I mean, we thought the Avengers movies were a big deal. Infinity War, that's a big one. I mean, Infinity War should basically pull together the entirety of the Marvel movieverse, including Guardians of the Galaxy, and may likely have cameos from the street-level heroes, aka the new Defenders, like Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and of course Iron Fist. But of course, we have Ant-Man and Captain Marvel and I believe Black Panther coming out before the Infinity War movies come out. And it's this comes out in May 4th, 2018. So it means that we're gonna have obviously a long production day because it goes well into 2017, and then of course all the editing and whatnot. But what's interesting to see is how much more can Marvel push out. I mean, the Infinity War is the last announced film so far in the timeline, but as one of the videos we posted yesterday from how it should have ended, a character literally says, "Oh my God, this crap's never gonna end." No, there is no foreseeable end to the Marvel movieverse, as Joe Quesada has said before, that they can basically take this as an inspiration from the James Bond movie series and basically replace actors who no longer have an interest in the projects with someone else and just keep moving forward with the series. So it'll be interesting to see how much longer Marvel can hold on to Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and the rest of the wonderful cast of actors that have been portraying our favorite superheroes. For God's sakes, the Incredible Hulk himself has been recast 3 times. So it'll be interesting to see. Oh, sorry, recast twice, because the first casting was not a recast. Eric Bana, Edward Norton, and of course Mark Ruffalo. But it'll be interesting to see how long they can hold on to these actors, because I mean, at one point, how many times can you really play Iron Man and not get tired of the role? But then again, Robert Downey Jr. does some amazing charity work because of his popularity as Iron Man. And then, of course, recently he did walk out of an interview for Age of Ultron because the host is a new curse word I came up with, and I don't hope nobody's offended, but he's a complete dickleback. That's all I'm going to say, is that guy's a complete dickleback. And, yeah. So, I don't know, I'm excited. I'm happy to see that Marvel is putting real emphasis on the Infinity War. It's one of the most popular of the storylines in Marvel history. Of course, the Secret Wars is another one that would be great to see. With Spider-Man in the mix, I hope we never see the light of day for the Clone Wars. Or the Clone Saga, sorry. But you know, there's a lot of great stories in the Marvel Universe that need to be told, and it's just gonna keep happening, and I don't know how much more we can do. Deadpool movie also coming up soon, and we haven't even introduced the Watchers, or Nova, and so many other characters that have so much to do with the Marvel Universe, and we need a Howard the Duck movie, goddammit. Give me my Howard the Duck movie. I need it. So yeah, look forward to the Infinity War Part 1 on May 4th, 2018. In other news, Michael Bay at it again. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles turned out to be a hit, at least commercially. Critically not acclaimed by many. But there is a sequel in the works. We knew this the minute the movie was announced, that they would churn out at least one sequel for it, if not two. They've got to at least outdo the last series of films. But Michael Bay announced that, of course, we have Stephen Amell and Tyler Perry joining the cast, with returning with Megan Fox and Will Arnett. I don't know why Megan Fox is coming back to this. She was terrible. But Stephen Amell will be playing Casey Jones, a character so beloved, much like the Boba Fett of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because he really has never had much of a huge role in the cartoons up until recently in the last two iterations of the shows. But in the original 80s cartoon, I think he showed up twice, and he wasn't that great of a character. But in the comics, I guess he was more central. But I will always refer to him as the Boba Fett of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He just looks cool in the way he fights is cool. His mask is cool. It's Casey Jones. He's just cool. And of course, Tyler Perry coming in as Baxter Stockman, aka the Human Fly, or the Fly, or whatever they call him. Which of course is people who remember the cartoon and not the comics will say, but Baxter Stockman's white. No. Baxter Stockman was actually always black. He was turned white for the cartoons, but has returned as a black character in the new cartoon, and should stay a black character for the new movie. But it's Tyler Perry, so it's not really black. He's blackish. I have to nitpick it, because Tyler Perry movies are terrible. And they do nothing but endorse stereotypes that should not be... whatever. It's Tyler Perry, you know what I mean. And of course, the announcement came out that Rocksteady and Bebop will finally be in a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. It's only been, let's see, the original, the sequel, the cartoon sequel, and this last one. 5 films! 5 freaking films! And Rocksteady and Bebop had not been seen since the 80s cartoon. They recently joined the new Nickelodeon series. And in the comic books, they basically killed Donatello, spoilers, with a sledgehammer. And now they're coming to the movie. About dang time to see him in live action. How the original script moved forward with basically all the main characters you could want. April O'Neil, the Turtles, Splinter, Shredder, Casey Jones, but no Rocksteady and Bebop, of course no Krang either. But it's one of those things where, like, we know the Shredder's tough, but we also know foot soldiers are cannon fodder. So in that movie, it would have been fantastic to have 2 extra mutants like Rocksteady and Bebop to be a challenge. But then again, I really love that first movie. That original was just, I love it. It's perfect to me, and I don't know. I would have liked to see him instead of Razor and Slash. Would have been a lot better. Anyways, that movie's coming out June 3rd, 2016, so we'll be seeing that before the Infinity War. But how many of us really want to see it? Outside of children, I think that's where the new rewind. Outside of children, I think that's where the series is really picking up its steam. Not so much from the fans of the original stuff, but fans of the new stuff, and that's fine. Let them be. Let them enjoy it. We enjoyed our puppets. They can enjoy their overbuff, roided out Hulk turtles. Anyways, in more happier news, Warner Bros. Interactive has announced the Season Pass for Batman Arkham Knight. Season Pass will cost you $39.99 on top of the $69.99 price tag, or $59.99 price tag of the upcoming game. But if you buy the the Prime Edition or whatever it's called, I should have written that down. It will cost you $99.99, but it will also include a Season Pass. Which is not a bad deal when you consider the price tags that you're paying separately otherwise, and the extra stuff you're going to get if you buy the collector's edition anyways. Now you may ask yourself, what comes in this fabulous Season Pass that we should care? Well, on top of everything that will come out for the next 6 months after the game's release, it will include new story missions, additional supervillains invading Gotham City, legendary Batmobile skins. What does that say? Oh. Additional challenge maps, alternate character skins, and of course, new driving courses for the Batmobile. Now, this sounds like a lot of fluff, and mostly it is. Let's not confuse this for what it is. It sounds like you're going to get a lot of cosmetic stuff versus a lot of genuine gameplay. But it is also Batman. It's the Arkham series, and honestly, it'll be worth it if you feel like you are going to replay the game multiple times. I own the first 2 games. I own DLC on both games. I've never really gone back to those games. I love them to death, and I'm never going to get rid of them, but they're not the games that I go back to regularly. I'll go back to GTA before I go back to Batman, mostly because I memorize the storyline. I already went through every nook and cranny and explored every possible Easter egg the game could possibly offer, and there's nothing more to do. So really, to go in and just just beat the crap out of some goons left and right, just doesn't sound too much fun. Because I did that already a ton of times, just trying to play through the game. So, yeah, $39.99 if you choose to buy the DLC by itself, or you can buy the premium version of the game, which will be $99.99, and yeah, I say if you're gonna buy the game anyways, and you're considering the DLC, you might want to consider just investing into the premium edition. So yeah, last but not least, YouTube has decided to invest in 4 creative channels. That being the Fine Brothers, Prank vs. Prank, Joey Graceful, and Smosh. I know one of those 3 channels. Now, what is YouTube doing? Well, they're basically giving them money to create original content. I'm guessing it's to compete with Netflix and their original content creation team. Which, all I gotta say is, hey YouTube, I need a job. I could use some money. No, but really, it's a great thing, especially for Smosh. I mean, a lot of their content is hilarious, and I really enjoy their honest trailers, and I enjoy a lot of their skits. It is definitely, college level humor mixed in with some high school level humor, but they're still great guys, and I still enjoy watching them. So I'm really happy for them, and I'm really, cheers, mates. I'm glad you guys are getting this opportunity. Not that you needed the support from YouTube, because you guys already have, I think it's 17,000 subscribers, 17 million subscribers, so good for you guys. I'm at 82. And I love all 82 of you very much. We'll get to 100 someday. With that said, yeah, it's just a big old congratulations to everybody involved. There's no real concrete evidence of what the shows that will be coming out. Prank vs. Prank, for what I understood, is going to be increasing a show with celebrity guest stars where they'll be pulling pranks on other people and each other. So, we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, we'll wait and see what happens. I'm hoping Smosh, with some extra money, can bring out some even bigger content and we can have more fun with them. So, yeah. With that said, thank you for tuning in. I'm already dragging you along for longer than I usually do, so I'll cut this short. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks a ton for tuning in, and please tell a friend. And until next time, my fellow geeks. Until next time, my fellow geeks. Jeez, I'm off today. Please enjoy your brew.